But we'll go ahead and get started. So let's start by settling the body in a stable, comfortable, upright position that's serviceable for meditation. So think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, our torso open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. The eyes are gently closed, slightly open, allowing enough light to remain awake and alert. The gaze is unfocused and downward. We try to avoid slouching or leaning, but we also try to avoid any unnecessary tension in the body. So try to allow the body to relax into this stable, comfortable, upright position, just falling into place. And then start to pull back your attention from whatever's going on around you. Trying to hold your awareness just to the body and mind. Letting go of the external environment. Letting go even of thoughts of the past and plans for the future. Using the physical sensation of the air as it passes into and back out of the tip of the nostrils to try to anchor your awareness to the present moment. Noticing quickly when something other than that sensation is arising in the mind, and gently, without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from that distraction and placing it gently again and again on that present moment physical sensation. Trying to hold it there without distraction for longer and longer periods. Then reflect on your motivation for being here and try to intentionally widen, expand that motivation, thinking that the purpose of your time is to develop your potential. The benefit of that is that you can work more effectively for others, not just friends and family, but countless sentient beings. So try to generate a vast, broad, altruistic motivation. And then today we will contemplate the four immeasurable thoughts. We'll start at least contemplating. We may do two today. We'll begin the contemplation by reflecting on the disadvantages of what's called the self-cherishing mind. Self-cherishing mind is not a mind of self-concern or self-care. It's a mind of irrational self-preoccupation, seeing everything through the lens of only how it affects oneself, only what seems best for oneself, discounting interdependence, discounting the needs of all others. So we first try to see that this mind is extremely harmful to oneself. Causes that motivates actions that are harmful to others. The more lasting kinds of happiness that come about through developing the mind, developing our spiritual potential, are blocked by this kind of momentary chasing of sensory pleasure and this view of instant gratification. And even those moments of temporary pleasure enjoyment are clouded by the dissatisfaction of wanting more, wanting better. Trying to think that this mind is the greatest obstacle to developing true happiness, true peace, and to being able to really devote oneself to benefiting others. Try to go through those reasonings and see if you can arrive at that insight. Then we'll contemplate the first immeasurable, starting with the immeasurable wish. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were able to abide in equanimity, free from the discriminating thoughts of anger and attachment that hold some close and others distant. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were able to abide in equanimity, free from the discriminating thoughts of anger and attachment that hold some close and others distant. So we can think about all of the suffering that's caused by partiality, by thinking that some sentient beings are worthy of love and compassion, worthy of our generosity, our patience, our loving kindness. And other sentient beings are not. How much suffering and confusion and pain this causes in the world. So try to make some examples. And then hold your mind in the energy of that wish. And think not only how wonderful it would be, but may they abide in equanimity. May this aspiration come to pass. And not only may it come to pass, but think I myself will cause sentient beings to abide in equanimity. And then think, please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do this. And then feel very strongly that the stable realization of equanimity dawns in your mind and in the minds of all sentient beings without exception. Reflecting again on the suffering and the confusion that this causes. And feeling strongly that all of that suffering, all of that pain has been relieved due to the arising of equanimity in one's own mind and in the minds of all sentient beings without exception. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that you have actualized that motivation, that has created positive energy in the mind, and that you offer your practice, the fruits of your practice, for the benefit of sentient beings. Thinking, may this positive energy ripen in whatever way is beneficial for sentient beings. May it serve as a cause and condition for the arising of enlightenment in their minds. May it serve as a cause for the uprooting of the painful, self-cherishing mind, replacing that with a mind of equanimity. May it ripen to pacify all karmic obstacles to the Guru's long life. And by having practiced in this way, may I and all sentient beings come under the joyful guidance of the enlightened beings. May we be cared for and protected in all our lives until we swiftly achieve the state of enlightenment. Thank you.